So today is the 26th of July, another Sunday update. We'd start in the garage today because I don't think we've been in the garage much on the videos. But basically this is what we wanted to get done before we can move into the house. So ages ago, Anne and Graham took down what was a lovely Artex delightful ceiling in here because there had been signs of a leak somewhere, probably in the middle about here. So they took it all down and they saved all of the insulation for us. And we've covered up, you can't see it so much. We unearthed where this bit of wood here is, the beam that's above that, which is very much like that one, had all notches cut out like that, like every few inches along there, which held up what was just all of these bits of wood which held up that stupid ceiling. And because of that, this beam in the middle had bowed, so it was actually the other way around. It was doing that, it was dipping in the middle. And this lovely corrugated asbestos roof that goes above it, where the joins were above that beam, we think that's where the water was coming in. So basically in the last week or so what we've done is borrowed this metal acro here, which is on the floor, from Graham, and we propped up the middle beam to where it should be, and then we've sealed with some special sealant that we've got, it's not just mastic, every joint that's in here where the boards meet. We've sealed all of those up, and then we've been stringing fishing wine between each of these, having to put a bit of this wood on the sides up here first, like along there, screw that up, put up insulation above it, and then we've got these ply boards that we bought, so we've been cutting those to size and nail gunning them up there. So it's not only is it a lot neater, but hopefully we've fixed the leak issue. So we've done the 3 runs here, but when it comes to this corner above the wall to the workshop, over here in this corner we spotted it's not very solid. It's a little bit, I don't know if you can see it on there, that wood's rotting out. So that's the next thing we're going to have to do, maybe put in some new bits from about here to the end on both ends, replace that bit of wood. Hopefully that'll solve that. So we can put this room back together, tidy it up, put our own shelves up because these ones are very rickety, and we can actually start bringing stuff over and store it in here, and all the Stu's car stuff will be safe and dry. I'm not sure I've ever been in the workshop either. So that's the washer that was in the kitchen until a few weeks ago. Anne and Graham are having that. This is all of the wood that we took down when we cleared the roof. So it was kind of like this sort of structure, a little bit overkill really, and then it was boarded and Artex on the inside. So we've saved all of the wood, going to make use of it. This room, we're not going to do this before we move in, this will be another project because it doesn't really need to be done. One thing Stu does want to do at some point is try and make the windows a bit more secure. For break-ins and all of that, but yeah, at the minute it's just storage in here, general pandemonium. So if we go from here, we'll go out the front. Stu's at work today, so I've been over doing some bits and pieces. See, nearly fell over a bit of wood there. Right, so if I close that door, it's all locked again. These are part of the breeze blocks we had to take off the side to get the new beam in that we put. Basically we put a whole new, from left to right where our bowed beam was, we put a whole new piece of wood in there, either side of what was there, so we sandwiched it up and we bolted it. I didn't take any videos of it. The wisteria smells gorgeous today. It's come out for a second flower run and it's just gone ballistic, so that needs trimming at some point. Looks very pretty though. I've just been mowing the grass. Very dry still, but it definitely needed a cut. During the week Anne and Graham came over and they were fantastic as always, so Anne did a really good job of weeding all around the front. That's a lot tidier. Graham rebuilt this fence gate even that was here, so it's more new bits than old bits, but it matches. It looks really good. I think we've got to paint it to match the same colour. But yeah, that's great because it keeps her in trouble here with the buster collar on. The story behind that is in our house in Cossey. She found a deer in the back garden the other day, escaped, ran off chasing it down a road. I didn't know where she was. Luckily someone caught her. Apparently the deer got up and got away. But Bella skinned all the pads on her feet. Had to go to the emergency vets who had to dress it all and give her painkillers. So if we don't put the collar on her, she just licks and licks and licks her feet. So that has to stay on there. And she's allowed to go for a little 5-minute walk twice a day at the moment. So yeah. So in the garden, I've just been mowing the back garden today as well. Gotta put that away. Looks much neater now anyway. In the house, in the kitchen, the other week I was waxing the floor tiles because they were basically all covered in mud and all sorts from when all of the I can hear Bella, when all the tradespeople were here. We did find in a cupboard some brand new ones, so a couple of these ones are brand new, and we're just going to cut some ones to fit in that gap there. The washer, our washer and dryer will go in there. This is one of the parts of the kitchen makeover. Got a NutriBus second-hand oven, which is like in perfect condition, really, really good. So that was there, and that one actually works, unlike the other one. And then we took down the cooker hood that was up in this greasy corner. To cover the hole that was behind there, we've got this piece of aluminium that we got cut to size, and we've got a grate that you can open and let some air in if you really want. These bits are going to get covered up very soon. I spent ages trying to work out what to do in that corner to cover those up, because there was the dodgy light was here, the dodgy wiring is there. So we put a blanking plate on one hole, and what I've done is I've designed a poster which is going to fit over there and on the top, which is being printed onto aluminium, and it's of the village, it's of Coltishall. So with it being aluminium, it'll be wiped clean. So basically it's just going to hide a load of rubbish behind it, screw straight onto there. So the kitchen's nearly ready to go, probably was last video. I brought over some of our picture frames today for when we can actually start putting them up. I've just been mopping the floor so it's all nice and shiny because it was getting very dusty, so it looks nice in here. We've got our new we had Wi-Fi fitted the other week, got the broadband, so we've got the hub and all the guff that goes with the Hive, so it all needs to be tidied up basically. But yeah, we have a phone now, we have Wi-Fi, which is fantastic. We've got a Jack who wants his dinner. If we go upstairs, so the carpets were here on the last video. Oh, we've got a Bella who's conked out and has given up waiting for her dinner. Hey, leave her feet alone. Come on. But big change in here. It's starting to look like a bedroom. So we built the bed that we bought. At the minute, that's just the 2 pairs of curtains that are lying on there. But we did spend about 4 hours in the day putting one curtain pole up. Wouldn't believe how long that took. Anyway, we've still got to chop the ends off. Too long, Stu decided it would have been easier to have it that length, but it's way too long. So these are the curtains we had before, and one of the reasons we got the colour scheme in this room. Got to put the other one up, obviously. But the bedside tables look really nice in here. And then the biggest of the wardrobe is going to go in this corner here. But we haven't brought that through yet. It's still sitting in the spare room. So that's the base of the big one. That's part of it that'll go on top. The smaller one in the background here, that's going to stay in this bedroom. So it's yet to be decided who gets to keep their clothes in that. Yeah, that's progress at the minute. So as soon as we finish that bit in the garage and tidy it up, we will be moving in. We better be moving in, because big milestone on the 31st of July, which is only next week, it'll be a year since we moved out of our house. and into the bungalow. So yeah, I think we've done quite a bit in here really, considering we only got this house end of August, so we started in September on the renovations. Right, that's it for today.